Yo, what's going on, guys? Koi here. Today we're going to be talking about tips and tricks to help you get super advanced stands and really good stuff. Pretty much in how do you say Project Jojo 2, since we are on the release slash beta, and now it's available to everyone. So game link, Discord, everything's going to be down below. The the different stuff that we have done before, such as the pretty much the information on blessings, the information on ultimate life form, the information on fusions, what all the information I've ever done, including the playlists and showcases, including the progression video. It's all going to be in the description down below, so you guys can take a look and watch those if you need help. But I'm here to give you guys some tips to help you guys out. Some are going to be very helpful. Some are going to be very obvious, depending on like you as a person. So, first things first, let's go and get down to it. I'm just going to explain the bottom left for you guys. So, this is your level. And if you do rebirth, it does give you your mastery levels, which is an extra 50 levels. Mastery 32 is my level right now. This is your HP. This is your EXP bar. This is your worthiness. Worthiness is needed for pretty much everything from using subspecs to going ultimate life form to using blessings to using anything like that. This is just best for it, including for drop rates and other stuff like that, which I will explain in just a moment in the next tip. And then here's your money. Now, to access one of your menus is going to be M. They did add a couple things to this menu. Obviously, the next one's going to be advanced ability info is just going to give you info straight up about your stand from the encyclopedia. Trade, you can trade with people, but you have to be 10 studs away from them. Gucci bag, everyone gets a free Gucci bag. Do not worry about it. You're good. And then here's your points. Now, to assign points is completely different than most games. If you haven't played Project Jojo before, what you have to do is you have to put the idea of what the points would look like after you put them in. So, for instance, if I want 45 special and I have two assigned points, then I'm going to go ahead and put 45. And then, boom, I have assigned my power points. By the way, small note, I did want to put this off to the side for like a couple more hours till I got a little better, so I don't sound like I'm sick as heck, but I have other stuff to do later on today, such as for other games, so I can't really just like, put this off. Next, we have stat resets are only 5,000, and worth resets are only 5,000 too. Very cool. Next, we're going to go ahead and talk about the other menu, which is going to be the top of your screen. Over here, you have your quests. You have your mail, where you get free stuff. You have your map right here, where it shows you all of the locations and everything like that, level requirements and all such and such. You have your FPS meter, and then you also have your menu, where you can get your options, encyclopedia, products. Everything is pretty much going to be saved from here on out. The only thing that is not going to be the only thing that could ruin this is a game-breaking bug that really destroys the game, or anything like that, which would just be out of the out of the ordinary. Obviously, it is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, so everything can get very bizarre very quickly. All right, let me explain stands real quick. A couple tips for you guys. So, the little stand number right here actually tells you what tier of stand you're actually going to get. So, as you can see, Octoon Baby is tier 1, Aerosmith is tier 3, GE Gold Experience is tier 7, Soft and Wet tier 4, tier 6. This is actually a tier above tier 7. I believe it's tier 8. So don't worry about the world, unless that unless this actually has to do with the Cinder Soul. But I think that this is still just obtainable like usual. Now, to obtain these stands, right, you would think that all you need is some arrows, but the rates are super bad for normal arrows. And I'm going to explain the next bit. So, in order for you to get some of the best stands in the game, you actually have to use a Requiem arrow. Sadly, Requiem arrows are no longer available on the shop, but as you can see, everything else is. Now, to explain why Requiem arrows are not on the shop is because you could get some really good chances at getting really good stands, but you have to have max worthiness, which is 10 stars in worthiness, and then that's going to give you your best chances using an arrow. Then you're going to need to use a Requiem arrow. And then you'd stab yourself with a Requiem arrow, standless, of course. And you're going to be able to pretty much have a much higher chance at these higher tier stands. Or if you use normal arrows, you will almost have no chance getting any of these high tier stands. And that's just the way it is right now. I don't know if they plan on changing that, but everything's still in beta. So if people are very very unhappy with the way that the stand system works right now, obviously I think the devs would change it. But as of this moment, things are looking pretty interesting. So yeah. Next, we're going to go ahead and talk about status effects. Another tip is status effects don't work on dummies. So don't use a stand to farm that doesn't have that uses status effects because dummies are unaffected. Like I can't use magnetism on this guy. It doesn't work. So fire, magnetism, bleed, hemorrhage, it doesn't work. None of it works on these dummies. So just don't waste your time. Go for something that is actually going to do damage. Something that doesn't use status effects, and you'll be happy. Trust me. Don't try to hurt yourself by farming with something that's absolute trash. Even Octoon Baby is better than using something that has like this. All right. So everything is very cheap here, but you can also sell stuff by actually either buying the selected by selecting it and then buying, or holding it in your hand and then selling it from your inventory. Now you only get about a fifth of everything back. So whenever it comes down to money, you'll only get a fifth back for your money. Ow. Uh, all right. No lie, I don't even know why I walked it. Yep, and they triggered it. All right, awesome. But you know, uh, yeah. So your moves are going to be right here. I think that the next tip we should talk about definitely is going to be, uh, oh yes, this is kind of like a weird one that really doesn't really apply because it's kind of like something that you don't really do as often. But there's a casino. You can roll every 8 hours. Uh, Honestly, it should be shorter. I think 4 hours would make a lot more sense. But 8 hours, and you could go and roll for like every item in the game. It's just a nice little gotcha. Like just go give it a shot. Nothing too serious. You can only do it once. Yeah, but that has to do with that. Next, we're going to talk about just pretty much the next tip, which is the safe zone. The safe zone has been changed many, many times already, and finally, they've kind of just stick with this the safe zone that we have left, which is this right here, which has a shop. You have Josuke, you have uh, uh, Rohan over here who gives you your rewards, and then you also have your stand slots. So like pretty much your stand, your slots. Now, the thing is, another tip is do not forget to bring your fusion over here because whenever you bring a fusion to Rohan, he will pretty much give you rewards for doing that, such as I got a stand slot for bringing my fusion of Stone Free, my blessed fusion of Stone Free. And as you can see, I got this stand slot. And I need to get 3 more fusions in order to get a stand storage slot again. So that's very, very cool. Yeah, do not miss out on these rewards. These rewards are incredibly, incredibly important. Another tip is there is a fetch quest you could do, which is these guys. You do these fetch quests. They don't give you worthiness like they say they do. They do give you some EXP, and they also give you lots of money. These are completely random. They could honestly be anywhere, but they do have some very specific spots. Uh, but honestly, it's not very keen on where they actually move because I know they move. I just don't know where. Another thing is there's going to be some dummies that spawn across the world, and these dummies can spawn in specific locations. I can actually show you guys on the map real quick. So I believe this is Ice Lake, right? Okay, so this is where we're going to get our barrets. There's going to be a dummy right here, right here, right here, right here, right here. This one could always be an ultimate dummy though, so that's the only problem with this one. And yeah, that pretty much does it. So these locations in specific are going to give you like super super rare dummies that have some ridiculously good drops. that you could get really really good drops from, such as Rokas and other stuff like that. Not Rokas, true Rokas. The Aja mask and the just the super rare stuff, like the super expensive stuff, including Requiem arrows. But honestly, I've seen people get Requiem arrows even from these Cobalt dummies, which is absolutely hilarious. So, I mean, maybe my luck is just bad. Everyone else's luck is just better. But I've seen people get like Requiem arrows from normal dummies. So maybe, yeah, that's very interesting. I would recommend that for sure. Just do the normal grind. Also for quests, they kind of already did this like little patch where you can now see the pretty much these exclamation points from behind walls and stuff. So it's going to be very obvious exactly where your next quest is going to be. But obviously, I don't have any quests left because I am already past that point. But for you as a new player, it's gonna be you're gonna be able to see it through walls and stuff. So don't worry about it. Very cool. All right. Well, everything else pretty much is in my other videos. Obviously, that would be the showcase videos where I explain status effects and stuff like that, or my progression video where I explain progression. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the beta. I hope to see you guys. I hope to see you guys' creations, whether that be Ultimate Lifeform creations or some wacky fusion creations. I'm very excited. I'm thinking about giving away the Stone Free thing, even though it's like very cool and broken for PvP. If you want it, I guess yeah. If you stay till the end of the video, you'll know, and just DM me and I'll give it to you. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell down below. I'll see you guys in a future video. Take it easy and peace out.